Hello, hello, family. How are you all doing today? Are y'all having a wonderful, what is it, Monday? I'm having a great Monday. How are you doing, Jake, brother? How you doing, mighty brother? How you doing, Cynthia, sis? How you doing, Danny, brother? Anybody else I missed on here or anything? I don't know. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Anyways, so I was I'm going to Dallas and everything um, to check and talk to the people that own the Haunted Hill Mansion outside in uh, Mineral Wells and see because I checked online and everything and it says that it's still for sale, not pending, like what the real estate agent told me that it was pending, waiting for sale, and thinking about going back down there and strike a price with them and see what they have, and then Miss Star's down there, so I'm gonna go see her also. Debbie went to Dallas a long time ago. I don't think she ever returned from Dallas. What's up, Paradox? How you doing? Yeah, show them the money. I mean, you know, I could go and get it, but really don't want to be carrying around that much money on you in a car, especially with everything. So, how is everybody? Y'all having a great weekend? I mean, did y'all have a great weekend, or y'all going to have a good week? Maybe. Is anything happening around the world in other states that I haven't? Let's have a discussion on the way the world is going right now. I mean, it's hard for a lot of people right now, Unemployment rate has shot back up. The U.S. government is showing, trying to pay everybody monthly to try to get people back on schedule from, you know, the COVID scare that went on. Things, people are still griping and whining about not enough pay and bills going too high. Well, not every company is going to raise the pay, but for the other companies that are raising the pay, that means everybody, all economy is going to skyrise. It goes from the seeds that the farmers buy to grow the crops to the hay, the medicine, everything for livestock to take. Then all around, it's going to mess with the gas prices. And if you know anything about the way shipment is, Diesel runs the world. Diesel is put in every on 24/7 to all businesses, and that takes a major toll on the whole entire economy. I'm sorry, Danny, brother. Yeah, I understand, Paradox. Another day. Oh yeah, you get another cold front coming in Michigan, Jake. See, and that's a I don't want to be one of these stereotypical, tree huggers or whatever. But the thing is everything affects nature. Everything. And we have had the worst weather in the last 5 years than any other time. Too much rum. I understand that, Danny. But, you know, with the way that the world is, weather wise, economy wise, everything, I am a survivalist. I am a prepper. Our mindset was made to expect the unexpected. Do not plan for the destruction of the world, but plan for the unexpected. And that's true. It's all these other people that have, it's all these other YouTubers and people on TV shows and all this stuff that have misinterpreted the name prepper, the name survivalist, because the reality of what preppers and everything were was so that the world does not fall into another shit show like it did in the 1920s when the Dust Bowl happened, when, nobody could buy a shit. But we have turned it into other things. We have turned it into a smorgasbord of fear, trying to make people fear that the world is going to end. And that's not true. It doesn't matter how much the economy breaks, it doesn't matter how much whatever, it always rebuilds. Look at the great civilizations that happened in the past. Rome, Greece, everywhere. They all fail. And they're still kicking. Even Africa. Africa used to be one of the most luxurious countries in the world in ancient times. And it's still kicking. Yes, a lot of the people suffer and everything, yes. But they are still alive. Civilization never stopped. And that's the same thing that these would be. I live in a multi-million-dollar house and I've never had to suffer ever. They play this as a game. Yep. Yes, sir, Paradox. But humanity, the world will never end. It never I mean, even if you look at it through a biblical mindset, mankind still has survived. We are the cockroaches of the world. We always joke that cockroaches are the ones that are going to survive nuclear blasts and everything, but hell, we do the same thing. I mean, sad to say it. I mean, it's going to happen. We will still continue on. It doesn't matter. And I get tired of these Hollywood mindsets that are telling people, oh, zombie apocalypse, and yeah, we have, people said, oh, Corona could have wiped us all out. Bullshit. There's more people that die from the common cold and flu every year than ever did with COVID. There's more people that died with with scarlet fever than Corona did. People do not. That's one of the problems with this world. People don't know their history. Most people don't retain anything. They don't want to expand their knowledge to learn. But, that's always been a problem with society. The dumb always follow somebody that uses a few big words and they believe that they're so much smarter. I want to go into that place right there. Antique, unique, whatever. It's been closed down for God knows how long, but it's slammed and packed full of like antiques and all this stuff. And one of the windows is broken out in it. I just want to see what they have in there. I want to see if there's anything haunting, anything possessed, anything, like, see what's in there, just do like an urbex whatever in it. But a small town like this, they'll probably throw cuffs on me and haul me to jail if I step foot over there, you know what I mean? But I'm a man that wants to know. I want to be knowledgeable. I may not know math, but I know a lot of other shit. And I know off the wall stuff. And that's the stuff that's going to help us. But yeah, Cynthia, that's I think I'll do that when I'm in Dallas on my way back, on my way back, call and see if I can get okay, or, find the property or property owner or whatever on it. Just, just walk, just ask them. Be like, hey, can I do this for my channel? I've been thinking about putting an ad on Craigslist being like, do you need paranormal or cryptid assistance? Help my YouTube channel by letting me explore. been thinking about doing that, you know. Um, like, yeah, yes, come onto my property. I'd like to have a man on my property. But, that's the thing. Too many people are ask questions like that. Like I said, it may happen. If I can get signal and everything, I will be back. But, you may lose me. I may lose signal, but I will come back. But, you know, I don't understand the mindsets of humans anymore. I can't understand the way the world is now. What's up, Amber Sis? How you doing? The world has took a complete 360 around. What most of us was raised to be wrong and everything is now acceptable. The mindset that a lot of new generation parents are allowing their kids to, do whatever the hell that they want anymore because parents have no control on their kids anymore because they can't. And that makes me worried about the way there. Don't get me wrong, there are still a handful of good kids out there. Yes, raised by good parents. But the majority of the world, they used to say that, you know, my generation was horrible. Oh yeah, that's true, Amber says. Yeah, they have zero common sense. They would prefer for a piece of technology to tell them what they need to do with life or how they need to handle a situation. instead of dealing with it on their own, and learning from their mistakes. It's, when we were younger, we did something stupid and we hurt ourselves, or, broke an arm or something like that. Your parents said, "Did you learn your lesson from it?" No. But now, but at that time you didn't learn your lesson. But when you get older, then you learn, well, you know what? I was stupid. Now that you feel the pain and everything. But the world the world is crashing in on itself. That's true. It is. It's going to get, sorry, needed a drink. It's going to get harder before it gets better. That's true, Amber. That is very true, sis. There is no consequences for it. Like, there used to be a trend on what was that? What was that app called? Vine. It was like whatever TikTok is now, where kids were going into like grocery stores and grabbing jugs of milk and acting like they were slipping and falling and throwing the jugs of milk up into the air and letting it crash down into like stores and everything. They didn't get, they may have got kicked out of the store or something like that, but that was it. I don't remember. I thought it was like Vine or something. I don't know. I just know it was it was a major problem like about 3 or 4 years ago. And stores were telling security guards, that we have to punish or arrest these kids and everything if they come in and try to do that. We can't do that. We can kick them out of the store, but that's it. Like, most states have a minimum amount of money on certain items before they can press charges. Like here in the state of Texas, it has to be over $100 to before a store or a business can press charges on an individual for like theft or destruction of property or whatever. It has to be valued over $100. So if they bust, like 2 jugs of milk, that's like $6, $8. Can't do it. And the cops won't even show up for something like that. Cops won't even show up anymore for misdemeanor, theft. Because they'll ask how much was the stuff that they stole or damaged. And if they say it's like $50, police say they can't do anything. So, the world needs to change its mindset. The world does need more love. It does. The only sad thing to that is we will never see that love. I mean, you have riots going on every other day. You have protests going on every other week. People cannot sit down and have understanding. That's a big problem with everything. People cannot understand each other. If they can learn to just shut their mouth and listen, just listen to the other side instead of thinking that we are always right, the world can change. It's like, I don't know anything about Paradox's life, and I'm not going to judge Paradox's life because I've never walked a mile in his shoes. But we may share 5 or 6 similar, incidents in our life. It may not be the exact same thing, but it could be similar. And in doing that, you can understand the pain from the other individual. You won't fully 100% understand it because it never happened to you. You never had the same feelings as the other person did. Yeah, like empathy, but empathy goes too far. You know what I mean? A lot of people get taken advantage of through empathy, you know? Hey, Sophie. Oh, that's fine, Sophie. Hey, don't even worry. Don't even worry about not being around or anything. Because, you know what? In this world, you come first before anything else. It doesn't hurt me that people don't show up or whatever. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I just want everybody to be okay. And are you okay, Sophie? But, you know, the world the world gives to a lot of people that don't deserve it. Then it comes back to backlash now. And I love you too, Ronnie. What are you doing, Ron, brother? But, with more and more people going into the metaphysical world, the metaphysical mindset and stuff like that. And a lot of people go into ancient pagan, mindsets and everything. It is changing the world for the better. Well, a small percent of the world is changing for the better, should I say. Because, for every one person that tries to better their life and everything, there's 10 others out there that are pieces of shit. Are you on the phone with Eli while watching me, sir? Sir, that's I'm flattered by that. Nice, Sophie, nice. I always wanted to have a business, I always wanted to have my own business. I want to start a survival, like a survival school and a survival bag. It's build a bag survival workshop, you know. I would love to have my own business. But I guess the problem with nice. Nice, Sophie. Danny. That can work, especially in Vegas. I was thinking about doing it on Etsy Paradox, but the thing with me is I want people to firsthand try out their survival gear before they put it in their bag. You know what I mean? Like, I won't say you're getting a Ferrocerium. Well, thanks, Myrtle. That's what I named my GPS because she's got an attitude. But like, I want to open up a business to where people can walk in. Like, if somebody buys a Ferrocerium rod, just because some other jerk off on YouTube told them that they need a Ferrocerium rod to start all their fires with, and they've never used a Ferrocerium rod. I want to have, like, from the cheapest Ferrocerium rod to, a decent price Ferrocerium rod and a decent quality Ferrocerium rod. But and I want them to be able to learn the skills and learn how to test it out before they put it in a survival bag. Because if you buy the stuff online, it's useless if you don't have the skills for it. You know what I mean? Like, buying a $400 survival bag off of Amazon and you never once used anything. Like most people don't even know how to use a life straw. People just think you buy a life straw, you pop it out of the plastic, and you stick it in water and you just drink, and it's good to go. But you don't. You have to go and you have to suck up water into it. You have to spit out the first mouthful of water. Then you have to back flush that water out to pre-clean it. Then you can drink from the water source with it, you know, because it has some kind of chemical that's inside of it on the first time to protect the microfiber filter that's inside of it. Sorry, I'll read chat here in just a second, y'all. Hold on, I'm trying to read and drive, which I shouldn't be doing. If my sister Laura was on here, Laura King, she would slap me with a chocolate. Nice. I'm glad to hear that, Sophie, sis. I'm glad to hear that. I hope everything works out great for you, sis. You got a lot of family here and everything, A lot of us, when you get your business back up and everything, you get your business back up, we'll well, keep right, Sorry. But you know, if you when you get it back up and running and everything, a lot of us. Awesome, thanks, Myrtle. But yeah, if you get it back up and running and everything, a lot of us, if you get a website or something like that, we'll help plug your thing and try to get people out there for you. Try to help you out. That's what family does. Family helps everybody. Love you too, sis. Oh, sorry. It's already 85 at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's hot. I had to turn on the AC. Anyways, so is anything happening in people's states that is concerning y'all? Like, is there any new laws or new, you know, has the price gouge affected a lot of other states? That's what I'm trying to say. I know pretty much all food items and everything in the state of Texas has went up 25%. So that means, pretty much a quarter on every dollar, you know. Like, even Dollar Tree shows that, they used to be a dollar store, and now they're a $1.25 store. Always, Sophie. We got you, sis. Don't worry. Yep. I I heard one of my good prepper community friends and everything. He's he's in it's in like the northeast part of London. They said he said on his live stream the other day that they were going to refund a lot of X amount of euros, like the loss that they jacked up on all of you. Yep, yep, Paradox. Yep. I mean, you look at their energy drink. They charge $1.25 for an 8.2 ounce, monster drink. And you pay, like $2.50 or something like that for Monster at another, at a gas station for 16 or 18 ounces or something like that. Hold on, give me a second. I got a Monster right here. How many ounces is this guy? 50 ounces. So, I I understand, Sophie. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. A lot of people have been talking like Funky Prepper. He couldn't. He can't live in the city. He can't live, anywhere else. So he's renting a parcel. Is that how you call it? Parcel of land from one of his friends and everything, and he put a tiny house on that property. I mean, it's pretty much a wooded area and everything, but you know, he doesn't have running water or anything to it, but he says it's cheaper for him to, go and buy, gallon jugs of water than it is living in the city. Okay, am I back? Thanks, Paradox. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm in the back roads. Like, I shouldn't have any cell phone problem, but I'm in the back roads, so who knows? Yeah, and that's what I've been trying to tell people a lot. Like tiny homes tiny homes or pull behind campers, or like a mobile, like a minivan home. Those things they're not bad ideas. It's just like living in an RV or something. An RV is like an apartment on wheels. You got everything on it. Yeah, tiny homes help you. You know what I mean? Like, they help you understand and help you get back to our traditional roots. You know what I mean? Like, our ancestor living. Like, our ancestors from long ago, they only carried just what they needed, and that was it. It's not like, they had a Gucci store or Prada store that they could just go in and buy brand new clothes every other day. You know what I mean? Most of the time, they only had maybe one or two pairs of clothes, and it was either handmade or something like that. Like the Inuits in Alaska, you know, what they had, they made from, deer and elk and seal skin, and they wore it until it gave out. And then they had to hunt and get a new set. But it kind of, the mindset of tiny living is good because, well, I don't know. It's good for some people with the right mindset. That's nice. That's good, Sophie. Yeah. I with my knees the way they are and everything, trying to get up a loft, and climb down a ladder and back up. I don't know. I could do it if I had to. Yep. Oh yeah, that's perfect right there, Paradox. I mean, especially if it's like an enclosed steel building, so at least you can have additional space if you need to for other items. I mean, technically, even in an apartment or a flat or something like that, I mean, most people don't understand that, like, most two-bedroom apartments are literally like 600 square feet. I mean, you're literally living in you know, a tiny home. And if you don't have a problem with like 600 square feet, you're not going to have problems or anything with like 400, like 400, you know. Sorry, I'm trying to read and watch the road. Uh, Ah, okay, Sophie. Yeah. I understand. It's not like a ladder that you're climbing. It's actual like real steps going up. Well, that's good. If Oh my God, there's a junk store, junk shop. Oh, sorry. When I see old blacksmithing tools and like cast iron and everything sitting out, my first instinct is to turn. Oh, my first instinct is to turn around and go to it. uh, but I gotta have self control. Miss Star beat that into me. She beat the spending spree that I do a lot. Because once in a blue moon, I just feel like just going out and buying stuff. And I'm not talking about like new stuff like video games and all that stuff or anything. No, I'm talking about like, why do I need a new axe? I've got like 7 axes. Why do I need a new one? Because it's old. Because it's a hand tool. My prepper side gets to me. My side gets to me. The 1920s bear trap. Why do I need the bear trap? there, there's no sense in having a bear trap in a place that don't have bears. Oh, don't tell me that, Sophie. Don't, don't tell me that, because I would so go broke in the UK. Like I I want to go to a boot sale in the UK. That's a thing I want to do so bad. I want to go to a boot sale. Right? That's what I'm trying to do also, Sophie. I'm like, but this is a Swedish wedge axe, and I don't have that. I mean, this is a Hendrix axe head. I don't have a Hendrix axe head. Why do you need a Hendrix axe head? Because you never know when I need to shave the bark off of a tree I fall. Just trust me. Miss Star, my other half, she's just like, fine, whatever, get it. Then I go home and I clean it up, I rust it, I shine it, I sharpen it, and it sits in a fucking corner. Yeah, right. Uh, it just sits in a corner, and she's like, "Whatever happened to that?" It's de-rusted. I sharpened it. I could split paper with this. She's like, that doesn't. And then she just like, ooh, ooh, nice paradox, nice. It's gonna get bad. I'm going up and down hills, but kind of off the road cemetery. We may go back to that sometime. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe the next day when I come back. But yeah, my other half, God, God save her from me. I mean, yeah, yeah. Right, Sophie? Yeah, see, Miss Star, she's a crafter too. So I completely understand where you're coming from when she brings like 500 rolls of duct tape that's on clearance. And I'm like, why do you need that? And she's like, it's duct tape. And I was like, okay. She's like, it's got multi uses, plus I can do crafting with it. I was like, okay, cool. Just bring me off the wall stuff. She bought 2 full body mannequins, right? And brought them. And she's like, look, honey, it's got your body type on it. So when I make clothes or or you need to make armor or anything, if the end of the world happens and you need to make armor, you got a body double that you could put your armor on when you need to hold it. Like, okay. A zombie apocalypse. That's great. So, oh man, the dust in Texas gets through the ACs and everything. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Sorry about that, everybody. Hey, trust me. I mean, if the apocalypse ever does happen, if everything now, the one thing that's going to last, that's actually going to outlast us in the apocalypse is clothing humans, they said, because of such a stockpile of it. Here in Texas, they, like the secondhand thrift stores, have literally stopped clothing because they have that they cannot dispose of it. They literally cannot give it away because they have so much clothing. It's true, Sophie. That is. Never know what you're. Well, I should have stopped there to have a cigarette, but whatever. I don't care. I'm enjoying this drive. I'm enjoying talking with y'all again. It's been so long since I've been on a live, I miss y'all. Safari RV Park. What? They got so much stuff out here. I don't even know what to. Uh, it's really sad when you pass by old schools that aren't around anymore and you see like their old 4-H cattle place or their livestock area. It's so sad to know that at one time, schools really teaching, teaching people how to, be ranchers, what is it called? Husbandry. Yeah, like that's what they call it. They call it husbandry or something like that. But now you just see it just sitting there and literally rusting away into nothing. And kids don't even know what a cow is. It's it's sad. It's but the world is changing. What got me into the whole survival thing? Well, there's a lot of different there's a lot of different things that happened in my life that made me do it. Starting from the beginning, my grandmother and grandfather, you know, they got me into being prepared, being a prepper. They had a 300-acre dairy farm, and I never thought we were poor because we always had food on the table. If if I needed something to eat or whatever, we always had the essentials. We never had running water into the house, but like we had an outhouse and all this stuff to use the bathroom and everything. Um, we were poor. I thought that was my normal life, and because I was raised poor with my father, my father and everything. I was raised in the projects and stuff, so I knew we were poor. I was at the point of where we couldn't even have. It's embarrassing to say it, but when I lived with my dad and my mom and my family, there was times I was starving and I literally had to eat out of garbage cans. All right, like I got to a point where I was a bus boy at the age of 10, busting tables and everything at an Italian restaurant just so I could have free food. know, my parents, my my grandparents, they were the ones that instilled the prepping mindset. What's up, Dale, brother? How you doing? Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, but okay, I'm back. Sorry about how to rely on others, but to rely on yourself. The survival aspect came when I was 16. You know,